Metro Denver
sent some on the council members that the homeless problem is growing out of Denver and is pushing south into Centennial.
along the I-70 corridor.
That's opera at its best. In Central City, I'm Stephanie Wolf, CPR News.
And in small towns around Colorado. We're going to begin in the tiny towns of Nukla and Natarita, where the biggest employer is going away. This is CPR News.
Live from NPR News in Washington, I'm Dave Mattingly. The Trump administration says a new rule making the use of public benefits one of the factors in the government deciding whether legal immigrants can stay in the U.S. makes sense.
One isn't supposed to become a public charge, a burden on the government. It doesn't seem like too much to ask to continue that tradition of inviting immigrants here who will not essentially go on welfare.
That's Ken Cuccinelli, the acting director of U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, speaking to NPR's Morning Edition. That change takes effect in October. Flights out of Hong Kong's international airport are halted for the rest of the day because of pro-democracy protesters crowding the airport's main terminal. It's the second straight day this has happened. Protest organizers say they've taken their demonstrations to one of the world's busiest airports as a way to get their message out internationally. The UN is expressing concerns about the use of force against demonstrators by police in Hong Kong. Lisa Schlein reports from Geneva.
The UN Human Rights Office reports there are clear guidelines on how so-called non-lethal weapons such as tear gas, batons, and rubber bullets should be used against civilians. It says graphic images of recent protests show Hong Kong police violating these rules by firing tear gas canisters into crowds in ways that could kill or cause serious injury.
This is NPR News from Washington.
This is CPR News. I'm Mike Lynn. Top criminal justice officials told state lawmakers yesterday that most women entering prisons in Colorado have medical issues, mental health challenges, and substance abuse problems, and that Colorado isn't set up to tackle all three. CPR's Brenda Brooklyn reports.
The interim committee to study how to manage the prison populations made up of lawmakers and experts. The female prison recidivism rate is nearly 50%, mostly for drug-related parole violations. The committee also looked at individuals who have committed sexual offenses, juvenile issues, and overall mental health. They will eventually craft legislation from their findings. I'm Benta Berkland, CPR News.
A proposed tax on fossil fuels and natural gas will be introduced to Denver City Council today. The bill taxes commercial and industrial building owners. If it advances, the council will decide later this month whether to send the plan to voters. Here's Denverites David Sachs.
The pollution tax, as its sponsors call it, is better known as a carbon tax. Proponents say it will raise an estimated 43